So yeah, here we go. Yeah, see, I got to get used to everything, guys. See, I'm not great with all the technology. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely welcome to the show. On Fridays, we're gonna try to get in here and talk some sports. And today again we have this week has been pretty busy, especially in the NBA. But I'm looking for my guys to come through. Hopefully, they show up. It's gonna be it's a busy day for everybody. But let me see here as we go into my session. And hopefully, if the guys jump in, let me know. I'll pop you on. And again, if you're a viewer, you want to come through, let me know. Again, we're gonna keep it clean and respectful around here with everybody. Everybody get a chance to talk and give their viewpoints of about the topics we're talking about. But definitely let me know on the show. But this is a topic I wanted to talk about even before we jump into this NBA business here for this week. This right here, I'm talking about Big Perk's list for the NBA. We just started. We see that the week has been pretty good for a lot of teams. Big Perk came out with a list of players that got a lot to prove. And if you look at that list, is all of them have something to prove for the season. We know what's going on with Zion and his health. We know what's going on with John Morant, obviously with his off the court issues and crime and law issues. And then you got Damian Lillard, who had the big trade this summer, and he has a lot to prove. It also came out he has some personal issues that might even make him push even further in his game. You got Evan Mobley over there in Cleveland, and you got Paul George, who's been getting a lot of back and forth flack with all these NBA players, kind of taking shots at him because he hasn't been playing a lot. Him and Kawhi and all the players that have been doing like the load management throughout these few seasons that has been really, really popular to do it. He's been the lead, the face of it, him and his teammate Kawhi Leonard. He's got a lot to prove. And of course, him and Devin Booker, we know this summer, had that big, big exchange of, who's better and all that stuff. They was going at it pretty good. But he said he's going to be bully season this year. So, John Morant, he's got a lot to prove once he comes back from that suspension. Zion, man, this is my guy that I thought was going to be the face of the league. Honestly, I thought nobody was going to be able to stop this guy. And his team is doing very well right now. Actually, they're winning, but he still has to prove individually that he can stay on there. Dame Lillard with his issues with the team, Portland. And of course, he got his personal issues where he's moving on with his life and separating from his wife. So he has a lot to prove so that he can start afresh and anew and continue to be the star that he is over there in Milwaukee. Evan Mobley to take that step and push Cleveland on to their next step. But my list, I got a few other people on my list that I thought is very, very, likely to have a, revenge season. And here we go, right here. We're gonna pull it up. There we go. Drew Holiday. You see him in the middle of my picture right there. He got a lot to prove. Revenge season for him. Jordan Poole. You see him right there, also in the middle. He got that, the beats put on him from Draymond Green, and he felt disrespected since he got traded from Golden State, like he was the future. Now he's over there in Washington. I feel like he got a revenge season along the way as well. We got Tyler Hero over there in the background. See him. He's got a revenge season, I feel, as well. All the trade rumors and talks that he had towards him was kind of disrespectful. And I think that he has a revenge season in him as well. Malcolm Brogdon, his health definitely prohibited him from helping Boston last year, but he's been in a lot of trade talks throughout the off season. Like they didn't give him respect on his name, and I feel like he has a lot to prove as he goes into Portland and gets his health back together. Hopefully, he's healthy, and of course, his teammate over in that corner, he said he was going to put it on him this year. We gonna see. Right now, I don't see him going crazy, but he do have a lot to prove to show that he's worth the money. It wasn't him causing the problems out there in Phoenix. He needs to go out there and show in Portland that he can be the star that they need, the big fella that they need, and he's adaptable and become a number one option, even or just at least a number two, a solid number two in this league. And of course, my guy over here, Cade Cunningham. the number one draft pick a few years back for the Pistons, and he's got a lot to prove this year from his injury. He didn't play last year, pretty much. He also came out and said that he wants to push the Pistons past their their limits. You know, they got him projected losing a ton of games this year. He already said he wants to push them to the playoffs and get them into the championship conversation. And if you look at their depth and their roster as far as the youth in the future, they have a bright future. But he wants to get it popping now, and he's got a revenge season on tour this year as well. But what do you guys think about the list? You know, look at what you think about Big Perk's list, what you think about my list. Um, Definitely, you know, all those gentlemen on there have a point to prove. On Perks list, Damian Lillard is a championship of bust. Paul George is kind of on that same seat right there. He's a veteran in his league. Evan Mobley, John Morant, and Zion Williamson are young fellas. They need to prove they can be faces of this league, at least solid pieces in this league, to push this game past the future, because we know the veterans are pushing that age, man. They're gonna be out the league pretty soon, and they only got so much time to hold the league on their backs. These are the guys that are gonna have to do it, along, of course, with some of these guys on my picture here. We're talking about Jordan and the pool party, and you got Tyler Hero and Ayton and Cunningham. They're definitely going to have to be the people of the future that's going to have to hold this league together. Don't know if there's going to be anybody like a Steph Curry or LeBron James, even a Russell Westbrook, who were able to be very media friendly. I've always seen Giannis Antetokounmpo and a few other players kind of shun away from wanting to be faces of the league like that. So we don't know. It's probably going to be a collective of individuals that hold this league together. It's sort of like the '80s in a sense, where if you look at some of those old commercials, they all promoted the products together. They built the league together, and of course, Jordan just took it to a whole new level with his Jordan brand, and going off to Coca-Cola and Hanes and all those other brands that wanted him to partner with them so they can push the products and, of course, push Jordan as the face of the league. We don't know if anybody else wants that type of heat, but either way, they have to do well so that people will continue to log in and to the NBA and watch it from time to time. There's also another article I read this week where the commissioner's talking about the youth is not watching the game because of the cable subscriptions are being, cable cutter has been for a while now. Everybody's going to streaming, so these new generation players have to definitely step it up and have great seasons so they can continue to push the league forward. But I do see somebody in the building right now. One of my guys coming in. We're gonna pop him in real quick. Let's see. Add him to the stage. What's up? BABA. I'm gonna cam up myself. Salute to you, sir.
Hey man,
Going
yo,
on? Welcome to the
we
show,
are
man.
here, man. Hey,
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling good. Man. I'm feeling honored right now, man.
All right.
Got his whole setup doing this thing, man. We here, bro. I appreciate you for having me.
Oh man, I appreciate you popping in, man. For real, for real. And you see my topic here, man. I was talking about Big Perk's list of players that got a revenge season. Basically, got something to prove. Did you see it?
No.
I'll
Could you
pop it
pull
up
it
for
up?
you again. Let me pop it up.
Oh man.
Here we go. Big Perk's list of people that got something to prove in the league. I call it revenge season, comeback season, and I thought it was kind of interesting. I added some people to it myself, and
Yeah.
I'll give you that graphic here.
Yeah. Dame
Yeah, all,
Lillard and Evan Mobley, I don't think those two should be on there. But as far as your list, though, yeah. Man, you got DeAndre Ayton, of course. He got his own team. He got it. They didn't really want him, but they signed him because they thought they might need him. But they're like, we don't need you. Got him up out of there. I think that's big. I see Tyler Hero. A lot of people wanted him traded. A lot of people wanted him traded for Dame. I see what's the point guard Dame for the Detroit, big point guard.
Cunningham.
Cade. A lot of people are saying that he might be a bust. That he got that his numbers they're not real numbers. They're just
Right,
like
like fluff numbers.
fluff numbers. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, I liked your list a lot better, especially with Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday got a lot to prove because he believes that he should. I'm pretty sure he thought he was probably going to finish his career in Milwaukee because he did help them win a championship. And with him being traded, I'm sure that kind of was a shock to him because they told him before he got traded. I don't know if you heard the story that they didn't say nothing about trades to him specifically.
Right. I think he asked. There's a clip going around with Matt Barnes talking about that too. When he was forgot which team he was. He went to the GM or whatever and asked, "Hey, I got my kids, blah blah blah, and am I gonna get traded?" I've been hearing it. Oh no, you're safe. And then like the next day they shipped him on to Timbuktu, wherever it was, and he was out of there. It's like, dang, really? People forget about the family aspect. We got family and things of that. Just being old and have responsibilities and you build relationships. Yeah. People forget about that. We so into the fantasy sports and stuff. We forget that they're human beings. But it was messed up how they did him. He wanted to be there, man. I mean, you win a championship somewhere. That's definitely got to be a great thing. You build a camaraderie and a union with the city and the players, and to be pushed out like that, like he wasn't a big part of it, I know was a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I would have loved to see him finish his career with Giannis, Giannis and Brook Lopez, but they had to move on to bigger and better things. And at the end of the day, like you said, it's families and stuff attached, but as a professional player getting paid millions of dollars, it's also a business.
Yeah. I was hoping that they were able to make the trade and keep him there. Have Lillard, Drew, have either my man Middleton come off the bench or play the 3 because he's coming back from injury, so he needs a little bit more time to kind of get himself together. And then of course Giannis, that'd have been solid. That'd have been that championship. That's championship.
They cheating. They cheating.
You said what?
They cheating. If that happens, they cheating. They can't do it.
And that's why they need Bron on the team, because Bron would have made it happen. Bron would have made sure all 3 of them was on that team so they could win that championship.
That's a fact. He would have got his way. He would have got his way, definitely.
Giannis should have put his foot down like, no, I want him and I want Drew.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think that they tried to say that Giannis didn't know. You see that news feed?
Yeah.
He had to know.
Of course.
That was going down.
Of course. You seen him at the All-Star game. You seen him at the All-Star game last year. How the very first person, he was like, I got Dame Lillard. He was
yeah. Salivating.
Exactly.
You know LeBron James' face was like, oh.
Yeah.
You changing. Okay. Okay, you see, you need more help sometimes, right? That's what LeBron's saying. Sometimes you need some help. You got to get a little help. Even no matter how great you are, man, you can't do it all by yourself.
I do want to say this, though. The Miami Heat are looking bad right now.
Oh, Tyler Hero, he said he on my list too. You see him right there?
Yeah.
He's putting up some numbers, though.
Yeah, but they are, once again, they're like empty stats. The empty stats. The games are not. I mean, it's still early in the season, and last year I don't believe they started off pretty good as well. They ended up being the 8th seed anyway going in, but they just don't look good. They don't look good at all right now. And Jimmy Butler looks like he don't care right now, but we know how he does. Mid-season to end of the season, he starts to pick it up, but the first quarter of this year, like so far these first 5 games, he don't seem like he even care. He just like
putting it up.
Yeah,
he like that Draymond-itis. You heard it what Steve Kerr said. He's the worst non-meaningful game player ever in history. And Jimmy Butler might got that same thing. He don't like to turn it on to what he know it means something. LeBron kind of got that itis in Cleveland. Remember, he stopped caring about the regular season that much. He just said, "Hey, he's gonna worry." That's what Kyrie low key. Like Kyrie got that from Bron. Remember when Kyrie kept saying, I don't care about the postseason?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
still got to have a team together when you do it. You know,
that's a fact. That's a fact. The itis is real though.
the
Especially
itis.
especially with the money that they getting paid now too. They're like, man, we got a good enough squad where such and such can hold me down. And then when it comes to when we get to like February, when we get to around February, January, February, all right, I'll be ready.
Yep. Yep. That's that low management, in season low management. Even Michael Jordan talked about that. They said that's how he low managed. He just would just pace himself through a game. That's all you got to do.
But he'll pace his way. How you pace your way still over averaging 30? You put up 30 and you pacing
Yeah.
yourself. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And I
but he
believe
wasn't the
you.
only one that thought that way. If you listen to Dominique Wilkins,
Yeah.
he would tell the young fellas the same things. Like, look, brother, you want to average 28 a game? Just what is it? 7 points a quarter. That's all you need. That's pacing yourself.
That was Kareem too. Kareem got to that point too. He was when he as he I think his I think in 19 the year that they won the championship when Magic first got there, that's how he was talking to Magic like, yo, slow down. We got a lot of games, man. We got to cruise through.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we gonna talk about how this pacing goes to as we talk about tonight. Pretty soon, actually, the NBA in-season tournament is about to start. Maybe guys will put more respect on this league, on these early games. I think the commissioner talked about that, trying to get guys to buy into the regular season tournaments, and just not mailing it in like most guys are doing early on, and in the middle of the season. I'll pull the graph up here. We got the teams they got playing tonight. You got the Cavs versus the Pacers, the Knicks versus the Bucks, the Wizards versus the Heat, the Nets versus the Bulls, Warriors and Thunder, Mavs and Nuggets, and the Grizz and the Blazers. They seem like pretty good games on the docket today.
Yeah.
But what is your thoughts on this in-season tournament, and is it going to be successful? Are the players going to take it seriously?
They're going to take it serious this year, maybe next year, because it's new and it's bragging rights, and I feel like it's something that's going to die out. The incentive is if they win 500, if they win the actual tournament, each player on the team gets 500,000, I believe,
Right.
which is cool. But these dudes are making so much money already, like 500,000 to them. They're like, all right, I'll buy some, whatever, I invest that. But the first couple of seasons, yeah, but I don't think it's gonna last. I really don't think it's gonna last like that unless the incentives or something goes up. It's gonna have to be something very super important for them to make them want to play that hard this early in the season.
Yeah. I thought it's a smart idea, especially with the NFL is really obviously going to be very popular around this time. The World Series just concluded. I think NHL has started, right? This is like the time
they
of season.
them and basketball season are like neck and neck,
hand in hand. Yep. So the big fights and all that stuff, which has been great this year, man. I'm glad these guys are fighting each other.
Yeah.
But NBA trying to find something to bring some attention this way. I think it's a good idea, and the money is money, man. I don't care if I got 100 million in the bank. You gonna give me 100,000? I'll take the 100,000. I can go to my vice, whatever my vice is, whether it's the other clubs like James Harden like and Lou Williams like, or
these players,
like Michael Jordan, whatever.
These superstars don't care, bro. They don't care. They like 500,000. Man, I can get that in my endorsement or my TV deal that I got selling cars or what. Like I got McDonald's paid me more than that. So it's like I hate to say it, for me, for myself, speaking for myself, 500,000. What? Okay, I'm on this, but right. I'm not an NBA. I don't make that much money like that. Like them, make as much money as them. So I can see them, the bench players.
Yeah, the bench definitely.
The bench players are going to be like, yeah, I need that. But the starters, the ones that are solidified in their contracts, making 30 million a year, 25 million, whatever it is, they gonna be like, all right, this chump change. I'll take it.
Yeah. I meant to mention soccer too. This is the season for soccer. Soccer, like almost all world, I think it's year round almost.
Yeah, soccer is one of the very few sports that is year round because they be having tournaments. They have their own leagues. Then after the league championship, they have these tournaments that keep everybody engaged because it's a global. It's the number one sport globally.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
been that way for so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, this is supposed to mirror the kind of type of tournaments they do. I think baseball kind of does some tournaments too.
So they try to do like the ladies. With the ladies do this.
Right, I heard. Yeah.
So they're trying to do like the New York Liberty actually won this year. They faced the Aces, but then of course the Aces got their revenge in the real
championship, which was
real
the
championship.
real championship.
So this is what they're trying to mirror that because they think it's going to bring some flavor to basketball at this time. But it's no way you're ever going to beat the NFL. It's just not.
It's
It's
not. You just got to try to hold the interest of the people.
Yeah.
And I forgot the college does it too. They mentioned that too. College tournaments, especially
the Hawaii Invitational and things
Maui
like that.
and all that.
Yeah, Maui, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That makes sense.
It's kind of similar to that. And of course, the NBA brought the what's that? The for the playoffs, the play-in. That's kind of like college as well.
I love the play-in.
I do too.
I freaking love the play-in because I'm like, man, it brings me back to that college upset vibe, like what Miami did last year, how they just rolled through. I was like, man, it kept everybody engaged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see someone backstage here, cammed up. Let me see. We're gonna bring him in now. What's going on, sir?
D, what up?
What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
I was trying to get it set up for y'all, man. I just bought my mic and stuff, but of course I gotta update my computer, and that's how that go.
Oh yeah, you don't know when that's gonna finish.
Yeah,
it happens, bro.
Yeah. Hey, man, look, man, I know y'all ain't here pissing 7 off with this Wanyama thing.
Yeah.
I already see y'all setting the narrative, already.
You see, I said back that he could be greater. He looks like he's gonna be something different, but you see, he's not the first person we've seen like this before. I forgot about Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson was 7'4" too. You forget about Ralph Sampson.
Couldn't handle that rock like this though.
The problem that lies with guys who are this tall is when they start growing to their man body and start getting some weight on them. Yeah. That's when you start seeing the decline because their bodies aren't
ready for it,
ready to handle that, or don't have the to be moving the way they're moving, and then to put weight on top of that. It's like, hey man, what you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll see how it turn out. So far, I already see y'all piling up on KD. I see that.
KD looking old, bro. He looking old right now, bro.
Crazy. Yeah, it's the beginning of the season.
He looking super old, bro.
He ain't even in his flow yet. Okay.
He even admitted he's old finally. He admitted it.
Bro, if you look at the way that KD, and I've been saying this the last couple of seasons, you feel me? Ever since
the way he moves.
Ever since he tore his Achilles. Ever since he tore his Achilles and came back, he's still efficient. He's still a great player, still one of the greatest of all time. But he does not move anywhere near the way he used to move when he used to blow by you. He used to finish like he was nasty with it. He used to jump higher on his jump shot, more elevation. Not anymore.
As you shouldn't be able to. I mean, it's a big injury, man. But the thing is, it's great that he's coming back and playing so well with that injury, because a lot of people have not been able to come back from injuries like that. I think, again, I'll bring him up again. I think Dominique had that injury as well.
Yes, he's the only person that's ever been successful coming back, because he came back and averaged, I think, 28.
30.
30. He came back and it started killing.
But then after that, he tailed off a little bit because he started declining a little bit as far as play. But he was getting older as well, so you can understand it. But yeah, KD's still great. He needs help, so him having the help there now is a great thing. But you could definitely look at some OKC stuff and watch it. Even Harden. I watched some old Harden from OKC. I'm like, whoa,
bro. I noticed it. It's like even Klay Thompson. If you look at Klay Thompson, like it's just the movement. His fluid movement is just totally different. It mirrors what he was, but he's moving like, I want to say like a second slower, like a foot, like a step slower than he was at one point.
That happened to my, one of my favorite guys all the time is Grant Hill. Once he lost that step, it messed him up.
Grant Hill used to chop boys up. He used to bing, 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 bro.
Yep.
Grant Hill was one of the ones slept on for his career, though.
Yeah, I was telling Seven, he didn't agree with me. I was like, I still feel like the Pistons should retire his number, but I felt like he had a great enough career there. Plus, he's a Hall of Famer. And most of his career was his greatest part of his career was with the Pistons.
Yeah, and he didn't play in Orlando when he played at Phoenix. He was just a role player. A defensive specialist. That's crazy. He was a defensive specialist.
Yeah, but he always had good defense. Yeah. That's a fact. But two what ifs for him is, what if Allen Houston doesn't leave and go to New York? Because that team was primed to be pretty special in Detroit. And then what if he don't get hurt and Timmy come down to Orlando with him and T-Mac? Woo!
NBA, the landscape of the NBA would be totally different. And I'll tell you this. They would have, like, T-Mac would be a champion.
Yes.
T-Mac would definitely have at least one championship if that happens, because T-Mac was playing out of his mind offensively. They needed an anchor, and he had to do everything alone.
Right.
He essentially had to do what Iverson was doing with nothing but defensive stoppers. They tried to give him Mike Miller. They tried, but Mike Miller was too young.
Yeah, he couldn't handle all the pressure that on the weight that T-Mac did. T-Mac was more built for it, and he had to get better quicker. He even said, he's like, I didn't come there to do that. I thought I had G Hill. Yeah.
But T-Mac had a chance to actually go play in L.A. before his stock rose. He had a chance to go to L.A.
with Kobe
and Shaq.
Ooh,
yeah!
Imagine that.
He said it. He said a player that he looked up to was Scottie Pippen, because that's who he wanted to be. Because remember, he was a defensive player when he got drafted by Toronto. He could play offensively, but he was more of a defensive specialist, and that's what he wanted to do in LA. But Orlando put out that money. They pulled out that money.
It was better for his individual career, I think, because I think that's the shadow that Pippen has been trying to get out of. He's like, man, he was great, but he can never really prove it because of Jordan. I think that's the beef. Really, he don't feel like he gets enough credit for those championships, and he should get a little bit more credit than he does. But Jordan is Jordan. They built the league on Jordan's back. The league doesn't. Now, whether you like him or love him, hate him, whatever, the league is not where it's at right now without Jordan becoming the name.
Yeah,
the Jordans. He known for the Jordans. He ain't known for playing. He known for the Jordans. You know what I mean?
The Jumpman logo is what propelled the NBA. And low key, it shouldn't be my guy Jerry West. It should low key be the logo, the Jumpman logo. That should probably be the logo. But of course, money.
Different. Nike, it's money. You think about business with shit. I pay all this money, or can I get it for free? They definitely gonna have to license that Jordan logo,
Exactly. Exactly.
Before we move on from the next topic, I also had this too. What do you think about this? I seen this from Halliburton, the stipulation for the in-season tournament. He thinks the winner should get an automatic bid to the playoffs.
That's not honestly, that's not a bad idea, but one of these bigger teams, one of these really, really good teams that have really, really great players that might end up winning, they're going to start BSing throughout the season because they know that they're going to be there at the end. And that's the only issue that I have with that. So I know that wouldn't work.
Yeah, there would have to be some type of stipulation that you got to win so much in order for that automatic bid to kick in. Like if I won the tournament, I'm like, man, I'm about to chill. I'm about to go to Cancun. I'm about to go to Mexico, and then they got like 25 wins to get in the playoffs. Like, nah, bro, that's not how that's gonna work.
Most likely they're wrong. Most likely it's going to be a team that's going to make it to the playoffs anyway. So that wins it. I can't really see multiple upsets. I can't see multiple upsets like that. Is it possible? Sure, but in the NBA is different from college. It's way different from college.
It can work, but it's going to have to be stretched out. They got to do something where, okay, if you win this, it's let's say maybe like, okay, let's say you and another team have the same record, they beat you. Maybe that's the game that'll take you over them, the extra game, something like that.
I would make it interesting. And I know, see, it's gonna be conflict in this, but like similar to the baseball and the All-Star game, who got home court advantage? East or West? Yo.
So you saying if the East wins the play-in, then they should get the home court advantage?
I think that would be dope. That'll make people, that put a little fire under them.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. They get to choose whether they want to do the format, whether they want to go to old school 2-3-2, or they want to go to every other game.
That'd be fire. I like that. I like that.
I like the 2-3-2.
Yeah.
Like my Pistons should have pulled it off that year. Dang on, Rashid left Horry open. Man, come on. Where you leave Robert Horry open? That was crazy.
Horry. Then he did that. Then after that, he drove to the lane. Well, before that play, he drove to the lane and dunked it with his left hand because they were down 5 or 4. Yeah, I remember that. That hurt. That did hurt. But
there's a team that put off that 3 in a row. Who was it?
Who?
I think it was us. I think it was the Pistons. They put off 3 home games in a row to win the championship.
Oh yeah, that was against the Lakers.
Yep, they won 3 in a row.
That was against Kobe. That was against Kobe though. Because
Yep. I always felt that was an advantage for the home team, and they need to pull it off. Like, that format can work with the right team. Huh?
I think the Rockets did it too. The Rockets did it. I think the Rockets. Well, no, the Rockets actually got a swept. They got a sweep. My bad. They swept Orlando. Yeah, forgot. Never mind.
Orlando.
Yeah, they swept them. They swept Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando though they regret that. D. Scott talked about they was partying, man. They wasn't taking it serious.
Nah, they were taking it serious. It's just Nick Anderson was the crutch because after that first game, he lost everything. Yeah, like he was the weak man. He didn't want the ball. He was such a key player to that team. And after that first game, missing those free throws, after that, from game 2 to game 4,
it was over.
Exactly, it was over with.
All right. Well, let me jump into this. This one should be pretty quickly. I thought it was kind of interesting. We're gonna talk about a little bit of Liz Cambage.
Oh man, Liz.
Yeah, man. She you know what I'm saying? Very talented and everything, but let's pop this up here, this graph. She's going to get a contract, a 3-month contract for $1 million to play with the Chinese. I don't know how to say their name, Sichuan or something like that, bro.
Sichuan.
That's interesting how she gonna get that much money for that amount of time. She left the league, the WNBA, for mental and personal issues. Do you think the money was the reason for that?
No. The reason for that was you calling other women. You're mixed. You're mixed, right? You're Australian, you're mixed. You beat up somebody on your Australian team, right? Got into it with the girls, had a fight with one of the girls. Then you went and then you called the Nigerian, which you are half Nigerian. You called them monkeys. They're much darker than you. And then on top of that, you get into it with an old girl where you do something where she hit you, but you did something to, like, her reputation was too bad to bring that into the WNBA. That's why because she's still young. She's still not,
and she can be a face of the league too. She can go against what's her name from the Vegas Aces. They look like they would go, hand in hand together.
She played with her.
Asia, yeah,
she played with her, but she was so selfish though. That's been her motto too. I'm this and I'm that. I could dunk in NBA basketball in games. I scored 50-something points a couple times. I got the record for the most points in the game. All of this.
Yeah, like she modeled, so she probably got her head full too with that.
Oh, she is just she's a selfish player who's peaked, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. That could help a team if she had her stuff right, but
yeah.
The main thing was with that graph is like the amount of money that she got for that short amount of time, I think that's a lot of money, man.
I
I
mean,
don't think the WNBA is paying anything like that.
I mean,
right
I,
now.
I believe that she with her skill set, yeah. I mean, I think that's suitable for her because she's gonna bring a whole bunch of eyes and a whole bunch of media. If I was her, I would make sure I would pull a Stephon Marbury. I will pull a Stephon Marbury, clean up my image, and get it together. Show them so much love that they're gonna call me back again, and they might give me $2 million.
You talking about Chinese or you talking about the American?
The league that she does is Sichuan.
Yeah.
Like Marbury went over to China because that's in China, right? That's in China, right? Marbury went over to China. He watched his whole image and became a legend.
He got a statue and everything out there.
Exactly. And she's at the age of because I know she's probably like in her late 20s. She's at the age right now where she can go do that and get paid a lot and be treated like a goddess over there if she play her cards right.
Yeah, shout out to her. Hope she get it together. And as far as the black thing, you know, I'm like myself, so you know we can't be hating on each other. I know my family though. I go to the family reunions. There's a diaspora, everybody in there from dark, light, medium. We just gotta love each other, man. Stop all that, you know,
you can't be calling nobody
hating on each other.
Monkeys. You can't be calling nobody monkeys.
Right. She's our family. How can you do that?
Exactly. Like you are us. Like you low key don't. You're born in Australia, but you got dual citizenship.
Yeah,
you can actually play for Nigeria.
Yeah, she tried to go on the team. They said, "Nah,
yeah,
she ain't doing that." Yeah,
she was wilding.
Yeah, man, let's clean that up, y'all. Black folks, we gotta, we family now. We all family.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But it doesn't look good for somebody light skinned, and I'm dark, right? You probably can't tell by that, but I'm dark. But they're darker than me.
Yeah,
you feel me? Yeah, exactly. A lot of Nigerians are darker than me, and you're light skinned saying, "Yo, you nothing but a bunch of monkeys over there." Yeah. What?
That's crazy. What? Nasty work.
Yeah, she ain't gonna be back in the WNBA anytime soon. It's too hot. Too hot. They could use her right now because they doing these super teams, trying to do these super teams and all of that. They could use her, but they not anytime soon, at least.
All right, fam. I see someone backstage. I'm not sure if he ready or not.
I seen 7 in the chat.
The Laker great.
Oh,
you ready? You ready, 7?
Oh man, Laker great.
You ready?
You know I'm born ready. Why y'all hating on me already, man?
Salute to you, man.
What's going on, fellas?
Salute, brethren.
What's going on, brother? How you?
We here, man. We here. We as soon as I seen you in the chat, I was like, 7's probably gonna pull up in my mind. I was like, he's gonna pull up.
Oh, you know, I'm always try to pull up. I was on my way home, had to try to get the kids situated for dinner, but you know, I'm always support everybody. So every time I can, you know the vibes.
I locked in. I told you I made a commitment. I said I got to jump on in. I went, ooh, it's getting late.
Let me jump on in. Come up with a schedule and stick to it, bro. The channel, the shit gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? Once people start to get used to it, just put the content out there and you be good. And I see how you be pre-edited and breaking your clips be crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, clips be clips are nice.
The editor is nice. Right.
He got the voice though, right? He got the voice.
Yeah.
Voice for it too. Yeah, for the clips. Yeah, they fire.
Thank you. Well, since we got the Laker great in here, I'm gonna pop in some LeBron talk. LeBron James.
Oh yeah.
You know when I got 7s on the show, I gotta have something LeBron or something Laker on the show.
Well, I'm gonna bring it. If you don't have it, I'm gonna bring it. That's how we rock it.
But let me see here. I do have a chart here. Pop it in here. Hopefully it loaded for me. Your boy right here. You see him right there. Now this is kind of double topic. You see he dunking on my man right there.
Yeah.
You know they don't get along pretty well.
He blocked his shot too. He got cleaned him up too.
They had audio coming out where they was trash talking each other. And then if you seen last year in that playoff game, they got the Russell Westbrook hit the 3 and put the middle finger up to him. Did you see that one?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
He did.
That 3 he hit, you go. I'll try to find it and send it to you. He put the finger up real quick when they caught it on camera.
Yeah, LeBron had his back turned walking to the bench.
Yep. But on this topic is basically beyond this topic here, are the Lakers better without Russ? But the other topic is this going to haunt them that he's starting to play heavy minutes early on in this season just for the Lakers to get some wins early on? Or do you think that he'll be okay with the roster that they have and Vando probably coming back and we see Austin starting to get off and D'Lo stepping up a little bit?
I mean, if you ask me, he's going to do what's asked of him. If they ask him to play 38 to 40 something minutes per night at age 39, he's going to do it. How productive it's going to end, it's just a nightmare, bro. Like, you can't expect this guy to be playing this amount of minutes, and it's not fair. And you can already tell that that's what's going to be needed for these guys to even come back in games. Like, they haven't looked dominant none in this first handful of games. They played pretty decent basketball. They're still not 100% as far as health. But the guys that they got on the court, these are guys that we were kind of looking forward to seeing. And everybody's been kind of inconsistent, especially Austin Reeves. So this is definitely going to be another one of those struggling years for LeBron. And he might max out and burn out just like last year. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to keep it a buck.
Yeah. I'm not gonna front. I seen one of the scariest lineups that I've ever seen in my life. Watching the Lakers when they had Jackson, they had LeBron in the game. As a matter of fact, LeBron even went to the bench. They had Jackson, they had Davis, and they had what's my other guy? The big man. What's the other big man? Christian Wood. When they had those three in that lineup and all three of them move their feet where they can go guard on the perimeter, what? They couldn't get buckets, though. They couldn't get the buckets, though. They couldn't score. But defensively, bro, blew my mind. But getting back to the question, though, LeBron, I agree with 7. LeBron's going to play whatever they ask him to do, he's going to do it. Him playing 35 minutes a game, though, to me is ludicrous. I don't know if y'all looked up Anthony Davis numbers as well. He's playing 40 minutes a game. So
he needs to, though. His big butt.
He owes the Lakers that.
He tears up easily, though, bro.
I get that. I get what you're saying, BA, because of his availability. But you know what, bro? It's already shown that he's not really that number one. I'm willing to just like max out on him. Like, I'm willing to really wear this nigga out. Like, just totally use him. Like, I ain't no point in trying to save him. Seriously, bro, because you can sit up there and try to save him, because he does have a 5-year extension and a 4-year extension, what have you. But bro, you can't realistically think that he's going to get you to the like, he just not that dude, bro. So fuck him.
Yeah. I agree. Max him out. Max him out. Yeah. We'll see, man. To be continued. I like the Lakers. I like what they can bring defensively. I like the potential of their defense, but offensively, they're going to need that. I think this team, LeBron being the first option, being option number 1, that's not good right now. I will say that.
But let's be real though, fellas. What see, I don't have a problem with that. I don't never think LeBron shouldn't be the first option. I'm never buying into LeBron not being the first option. What I will buy into is you kind of balancing out number 1 and number 2 to be fairly close. You understand what I'm saying? So, but it's just like right now, LeBron is leading the league in clutch points. So he's handling his business surprisingly when they need him the most. But look how they struggle starting the games off.
That's not good. But it's not good for LeBron to even. He just playing too much. That's all I can say.
Yes, that's a fact, bro. He shouldn't have to, bro. Look how many overtime games they done had. They done had 2 or 3 overtime games already in 5 games, including a back-to-back.
when they came back this last game, when they came back this last game, it was a minute and some left. They up by 7. The game should have been over.
They
Right.
had a couple of times to win it in the fourth and blew it. D'Lo missed the regulation shot. Like, come on,
You know,
man.
LeBron, he I don't think he cares. I mean, he cares, but he likes to hoop. Like KD likes to say, I just want to hoop. LeBron, I believe, is the same kind of way. He wants to hoop, but it's going to be very taxing on him if they don't find a way to get these guys to step up consistently, where they only need him for 30 minutes a night until later in the season. They got to square that away, and I don't know if it's the coach. I don't know if it's players.
I hate to say this because I don't like going. This is a brother. Darvin Ham is a brother, and I hate going against brothers, but I got to keep it 100 though. I really don't think he's the coach for the squad. I don't like just this little short sample size of what I've seen in the past. I don't think he doesn't know when and how to do to put players in. His player is minute management, player management. It's just not good. It's not good. I know this is second season, but it's just
get Phil. Go get Phil.
I don't think Phil want. Excuse me. I don't think Phil want to do it no more. I think he's
why not?
Phil in his mid-70s, ain't he?
Yeah,
he
already said
we only asking him to do it. We only asking 1 season, 2 at the max. Go get Phil. Why not? There is no ties with him and Jeannie Buss. She just got married, so he ain't got to worry about that. He can strictly focus on basketball, and he's dealing with guys that's in their prime, so it ain't like he got to build a young core in the franchise. So go get Phil. Shit. Go get him.
Hey, I'm going to be outside the box here, Sevens, and that's another brother that need to be in the league, and they've been blackballing them or marker balling them.
MJ?
Mark Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Jackson can definitely do something with this team, and they'll listen to him.
No way.
I don't know, man.
What is Mark? Let me ask you. What has Mark Jackson ever done?
He built that Warriors team. That's his team.
He helped. I mean, he helped construct it, but he ain't build the winning team.
He's the one that brought them. He unleashed Clay and Steph on the world. That was his.
He changed. Like Mark Jackson was the one that changed up his whole entire offense from that old style to the new style.
But that didn't win them the championship. I get it. I'm saying he definitely helped change the game of basketball.
They won the next year though, 7
without him.
Because Steve Kerr took him just like he the one that actually discovered Draymond and everything. Steve Kerr took his formula and used it.
No, I'm not buying that. Not at all. I'm not buying that.
Hey, but look, Seven. Look, remember that same year, Kerr was supposed to go to the Knicks with Phil. He chose Golden State.
Hey, we know why Mark Jackson was put out. It wasn't because he was a bad coach. We know what happened. We know what happened with his beliefs and everything. We know why he's not there.
I'm just saying, like I don't have a problem with Mark Jackson getting a job. I don't see how he's so good for the Lakers. Like, first of all, he's not proven, and he didn't win anything. And what we know him for and praise him for is for the shooting aspect because of the 2 special guys he got. LA ain't got that. You're trying to tell me that Mark Jackson can turn people into Steph and Clay?
No, I didn't say that. I don't know how to implement the offense and the defense.
Exactly. That's the part. It's that part right there. It's the Lakers. I think defensively, they're going to get better and they're going to gel better. Offensively, I don't see them going any further really offensively because of their offense, the offense that they run. I feel like Mark Jackson is going to bring a whole nuance to the offense, but that's just me.
Yeah. While we talking, I want to jump into this too that we didn't get to talk. I don't know if we talked since then about this James Harden trade. Have we? I don't think all of us jumped in on that, have we?
I told you he the real MVP, man.
They got a few days off too. Like, I don't think they play again until next week.
Yeah, it's crazy. James Harden. Pop up the graphs here. Let me see here. What he just say? I don't know, man. James is a mess. Let me see. You see this here? Let me pop up.
I'm
What
not
I've
a
been telling
system
y'all.
man. I'm a system man.
I've been trying to tell people. I say, yo, it's that style of play. He embraced being a facilitator, but he needs to go back to that James Harden of Houston. That's what's been missing these last couple years. And here you go, right here.
You heard what he said though. He had
said,
to. He had to
"I am the
sacrifice that. I like the James Harden. The James Harden that was in Brooklyn was number one in MVP votes before he messed up his hamstring. And that's the James Harden I want to see. I want to see the facilitating. I want to see that facilitator because as much as we, as the media bash him, he's still gonna give you 20 and 10. He's still gonna give you 20 and 10.
That's not enough.
Yeah,
He needs to give you 30
on a team that on the Clippers. That's enough.
It doesn't matter who he has. Listen, he has to give you 30 and 10 no matter where he plays. He's shown it.
Oh no, not on this team.
Hey, but what he just said, BA, with that "I am the system,"
Yeah,
he going back to old James Harden.
That's what works.
Yeah, me and Sevens had a conversation a few days ago with the Doc River clip that I put on social. Doc River saying that was basically what the beef was. He got left off the All-Star team, and he was like, "Nah, they disrespected me." And he said, "I want to come in with the second unit and just score." He wanted
Did
to go
y'all
back
hear
to
what
old
Embiid
ways.
said today?
You said what?
You hear what Embiid said?
No. What he said?
Embiid, because they asked Embiid about the whole James Harden statement, and he basically said that, we gave James Harden the ball because he's an amazing player and because he's a great passer. Like, I don't know what he's talking about as far as he's a system or he's not. He's more than just a system player. And I'm like, yo, you taking shots at this nigga James Harden
I
because
agree.
that's the problem. Y'all using this nigga to be a passer, and that's not what he wants.
I agree. I agree with them saying I'm not a system player because he got that from Jay-Z, right? I know he got that from Jay-Z.
What?
I'm not a system player. I'm a system.
Okay.
Like I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. That's where he got it. That's where he played off of that from. But I believe that's what he is to me. He's a system, and as long as he controlling that offense, it's like because I love me some Russell Westbrook. I love me some Russell Westbrook, but Russell Westbrook still to this day gets in that little zone where I don't know, he has brain farts. You feel me? Like brain cramps where he does something stupid or he just throw up something or I don't know what the hell be getting into him. James Harden can slow that thing down. He can slow that thing down and do him and then get everybody else involved. So I actually like this. I like this trade. It's bad for the NBA though. Horrible for the NBA. But it's good for the Clippers. It's horrible because you mean to tell me that all I got, if I'm a marquee player, all I got to do is pout and you're going to get me up out of there 2 years in a row? Yeah, I go to this team and I'll be like, nah, I don't want to.
I don't have that being a trend though. I don't know how he was able to do this, but I don't have it being a trend. We got a guy that was super loyal in Damian Lillard, and he didn't even get to go where he wanted to go. So yeah, I think it's just, and then you got to look at what was offered. Like it's all about the package that the Sixers got and what they was able to get off of their books.
But I mean, as soon as he did it, KD did it, Kyrie did it. This is what happens. Just like this is how I look at it, similar to, and I hate to bring up your guy, LeBron James.
Never did it. He never asked for a trade.
I'm not even talking about like that. I'm talking about starting a trend where I'm going to go, even if it's free agency, I'm going to leave and I'm going to go connect with this player to see if we can do this and do that. This is my fear of that trend being started because it's already been started.
But the
trend started in Boston. LeBron was the first to really do it in free agency. I'll say that much.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying LeBron like forced his way out or nothing, but I'm just saying I'm talking about just like the trend itself, Actually, if we really want to get down to it, Kawhi.
Oh, he was worse. He held the franchise hostage. He held Toronto hostage. He said, "If you don't do this, I'm leaving."
I'm not even talking about Toronto. I'm talking about when he was in San Antonio.
Oh yeah, he did.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not y'all not playing. Y'all, I don't like y'all doctors now and all this all of a sudden. I'm
So
not-
what makes you think it's going to work in Los Angeles? Though? This is laughable to me. I'm not even going to lie.
I don't know I don't know if it's gonna work in Los Angeles or not. But I as
You
a
know it's
fan,
not. You know this is
from
not.
from a fan perspective, with Ty Lue as the head coach, it's a possibility that it might. So
Who is Ty Lue?
Ty Lue is he an ego killer. He an ego killer. That's what I like about Ty Lue.
Ty Lue ain't killed nobody's ego and no
That's why he
superstar's
told
ego in the NBA.
he told LeBron to shut the F up, and LeBron ended up winning the championship. We're not doing this, Stephen. We're not doing this, Stephen.
He's an ego builder then because guys are getting off on him. Luka getting off on him. LeBron getting off on him. Like, come on, man. Ty Lue ain't about nothing. If it wasn't for LeBron, Ty Lue wouldn't even be a head coach if it wasn't for LeBron, man. Get out of here, man. Stop.
LeBron might have never been a champion with Cleveland if it wasn't for Ty Lue.
That's insane. That is insane.
I'm just saying.
That is insane.
I'm just saying. We can talk Draymond and be like, oh,
David Black's had him first place in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
So you talk about Steve Kerr taking Mark Jackson.
But I'm just saying. If it wasn't for like Ty Lue is an ego killer. He makes sure you up here walking around like you this and that. He bring you down to here as you need to be with the rest of your teammates, and that's what I like about him. X's and O's. I can't talk about X's and O's, but this is what
I understand. All right, in 2019, when PG and Kawhi came to the Clippers, what would you say a team like that needed with those guys? Just size, right? Maybe a point guard and some size.
Okay.
You figure if you have those two guys, you need some size and a point guard, and you should be able to build a championship team. So how does Russell Westbrook and James Harden equate to what those two guys really need? Because I don't see it.
It's called an insurance policy.
But you're still missing what's needed in order for you to get the championship. That's been shown for the last 4 years.
I know you're a Lakers fan, but I think you're sleeping on the Clippers. I think they got every single thing that they need right now.
If they're healthy.
That's
the problem. That's why I don't put no weight into it, because Kawhi and PG always go down. And
they could be healthy. So what? Who cares? They're gonna
be a threat now.
If they're healthy, hey,
they've been healthy before.
Just like, we're gonna say if was a fifth, we know what happened.
Wait a minute. Was they healthy Wednesday night? Did they play Wednesday night?
Paul George fouled out.
Did they play? That's all I care about.
Paul George fouled out. Paul George don't foul out because of them rinky-dink calls. That game, y'all don't win that game.
I know. All I know is we won and was snapped in 11 game winning. It is unreal. How LeBron James, you have Kawhi Leonard on the floor, Anthony Davis on the floor, Paul George on the floor. That's three guys that are top 10, top 15 players. LeBron James, 39 years old, year 21, and was the best player on the court, BA.
He was not the best player on the court.
Oh, my God. You got to get another television. If you thought another player was better on the court that night.
This is what I'm going to say. If you thought he was the best player on the court, it was by a very small margin. LeBron is still LeBron. Paul George played his ass off. Kawhi Leonard.
I can see if you said Kawhi. Everybody played well.
Kawhi ran out of gas. It happens, bro. It's one game. It's just one game.
It's unreal how you want to say it happens to a guy who's the master of load management versus a guy that's 39 years old who has more minutes than anybody in
this was the fourth game of the season, bro. They 4 games into the season, bro.
LeBron and them just played a back-to-back.
Kawhi and them played a back-to-back going into that game. What you mean?
So that's what I'm saying. We both got even. We pretty much
Y'all
had an
wasn't.
even
Y'all didn't
schedule.
play it. Y'all didn't play it back to back. By the way, y'all didn't play it back to back before that game. Y'all didn't. Y'all had a day off. But the Clippers had a back to back game. It happens, bro. The fourth game in. I told you this a while back, bro. The first month of the season is it's like a get into shape. Let's see what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna get everything together. This is how we're gonna come together and actually know.
We had our back to back on Sunday and Monday, right?
What that mean?
Because y'all had rest over the weekend. Like you making it seem like
They
because
just
y'all
played the
back-to-back
game
was
the night before. I guess I forgot what they played, but they just played the night before.
Did y'all play Saturday and Friday?
7. Y'all still. This is not. We're not just talking about back to backs. We're talking. Well, we are talking about back to backs. We're talking about like that game right before that game. They had a day off.
Well, all I know is we beat the Clippers. That's all I know.
Exactly, and I'm giving y'all props of beating.
No,
the
you're giving
Clippers.
excuses.
But I'm just telling you it's early. That's all
I'm
I'm
gonna
doing.
say. I'm gonna say this: they are going to be more impactful in the West if they can play the 65 games total. I don't. There's not gonna be a problem with Russell and James Harden.
That is
They're going to play.
insane, Hank. That is insane.
You don't think they're going? You don't think they're going to be?
You
a threat
have
in the West?
4 ball dominant guys. Bro.
Hank.
Yeah, that's the other issue is the personality, the buy-in. I will agree with that. The
You gotta
buy-in.
understand. You gotta understand the reason why
I didn't even mention personality. I'm just talking about style of play. These guys don't even get me started on
they're in
personality.
the same city, Hank, and they're a threat. So of course 7, just like Wemby is in the Western Conference. You know what
Yo, the way he did
Hey.
the Phoenix, bro. What he did to Phoenix is crazy.
Man,
nasty.
the Spurs might be the breakout team of the year if they can continue to do this. They might make the top 6 teams. They may not make no play-in.
No, I doubt all that, but they definitely, like I
You know
said,
why?
in the offseason, gonna make they making the play-in tournament.
They got $100 million man that just went out. This is the only reason why Wemby broke out the way he broke out was because their number one player who was a gunner, what's his name? Something Vassell. They just paid him $100 million,
Yeah.
right? He got hurt that game. And what that did for Wemby was down the stretch, they looked for Vassell. I don't know if y'all watched because I watched every game that they played this year. Down the stretch, well, all throughout the game, they don't look for Wemby like that. They looking for Vassell and everybody else. And Vassell put his head down, throw something up, pass it. It's like they have been avoiding Wemby. Wemby got his shot. This is the very first game of the year where Wemby got a shot at, okay, their offense is running through me. And we seen how it looked versus we seen how that looks. Now we got to continue. We got to continue that on. If Vassell but when Vassell comes back, Vassell can't be on that BS. He gonna have to be a tag team partner. He gonna have to be Robin.
Was
But
it
I know he don't want to be
Vassell,
Robin for a 19-year-old.
Was it been Vassell, Sean? I can't think of this Susan or whatever his name is.
The blonde,
blonde.
Yeah.
Johnson, and I like Collins too. Collins got some nice footwork down there in that post.
But
Collins.
Collins is another one that I've been watching the hell out the Spurs.
Yeah.
I've been watching the hell out of them. Collins is another one. He's a good player. He's getting a shot at actually showing that he got skills because he's a skilled big man because he got great footwork. But he is another one where Wemby is like
pass it up,
and he will look at him, pivot, and pass it to somebody else. This is what's been happening. But I know what they're doing. You got to earn it, and you got to take this. I know that they're on that, but Wemby, y'all seen what he just did. It's proof that he can do this.
It better not be too mean. They did that to LeBron. He got them up out of there.
but that's what's going to happen eventually.
Mm.
Eventually, that's what's going to happen within the next couple of years.
Yeah. Another thing is we talking about the Clippers. The Suns, I don't really trust them all the way too. Now we look at them, project them to be top of the West, and obviously on paper they will. But what I'm talking about is the injuries. So Durant is injury prone, Beal is injury prone, Booker is injury prone,
Nurkic is injury prone too.
Yeah.
What you mean, Hank? On paper, it's they pretty much a shooter. Bro, y'all hold up, y'all. See, I'm gonna have to go downstairs and get on the mic. Y'all are tripping right now.
You talk
man.
about you don't think the Suns are gonna be okay if they on paper?
Bro, we just watched these guys lose back-to-back games.
Yeah, but
to
they
a
also didn't have their
rookie.
full roster either.
But that means something. So you are banking on something that's unseen. Bradley Beal may have an injury that just is not going to go away. This thing could linger way
Just
into the
with
season, and the chemistry that they need may not like, bro. They lost their facilitator in Chris Paul. This really could
Right.
come back to bite them.
Man,
Yeah,
they
but,
don't.
but I'm agreeing with you in the sense of that. I
They
say
good,
if the injuries are going to be a problem for them. That's why
They
they may
good.
not be as
man.
high.
I ain't worried about them. I ain't worried about Phoenix. Phoenix is gonna be a top 4 seed. They're gonna be a top 4 seed. Even with what they have now without Bradley Beal, they can be top 4. Did they have some stumbles? This is like I said, this is the first month of the season. Frank Vogel is a hell of a coach as well. They just got to figure out their lineups and how they're gonna do things. Bradley Beal if Bradley Beal is in the mix, they stay healthy. And I hate saying the word if, but if Bradley Beal comes back healthy, they're going to be monsters.
It's
And
the if. Just look at the history in the past several seasons for all those guys. And we go over to the East. That's why I'm not so high on the Celtics because of Porzingis.
the Celtics look good.
But why would you need Porzingis to make or break the Celtics?
Because they traded away a lot to get him.
You see what he's doing right now? Do you see what Porzingis is doing right now, bro?
Why would you need him to make or break the Celtics when you just paid Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum coming up all with $600 million?
They're missing something. They
gonna
ain't
need-
won a championship yet.
Well, they got rid of what they missing, and
They
now
got
look what's
everything they
going
need
on with
right
him.
now. They got everything they need right now. The
Who,
Celtics
Boston?
got everything that they need. They
No
just got to
way,
be
bro.
healthy. They just got to be
That's if
healthy.
you
down the
sold
stretch.
on Drew Holiday. You're sold on Drew
Yeah,
Holiday
for sure. Yeah, he's proven. He's proven.
with Giannis.
Hey, but Bucks they struggling right now. They are struggling right now.
The
They
Bucks.
have to
Yeah,
get it together.
Yeah,
bro,
they got
listen,
56. They got 56 more games to win. They got
you
56.
better hope so. You better hope so. 'Cause
They got
my
56.
palate-
Hey, I chose 55, but D was like, nah, make it 58 for
Hey,
7.
we're gonna have to get a graph or something, man, for
We
these
don't
wins.
need no graph. Look,
56, 56.
what I said was going to go, bro. I'm telling
56
you.
more games.
Man, I promise you, bro. This nigga Dame, that first half he had the other night was horrific, bro. I would have never predicted
Bro.
that.
He is I've been watching too much back. Damn, bro. I've been in sports like a mug lately. But I've been watching their games too, bro.
For the
I
Bucks.
got 2 screens on, watching multiple games.
Yo,
Yeah.
I've watched more basketball in this. I'm telling you, I'm so locked in this season, bro. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
me too. I'm not even trying to be locked in.
Yeah,
but I'm
I
locked in.
can't help it, bro.
Interest.
I can't help it, bro.
But the Bucks right now, they're gonna be fine too. They just have to figure out. They got to figure out this month of November is gonna be the month where they got to figure out their lineups, the minutes, and everything. Where how to use Dame and Giannis on the floor at the same time, because right now it's not working with them both on the floor. It's not working. They're gonna figure it out though.
Savage, you wasn't on the show earlier. I want to ask you, since it's starting right now, put this graph up. What do you think about the in-season tournament? Starts tonight. Cavs, Pacers, Knicks, Bucks, Wizards, Heat, Nets, Bulls, Warriors, Thunder, Mavs, Nuggets, and Grizzlies and Blazers.
Wait a minute, come back to that in about a minute. I'm trying to hook up on my computer, so I'm a link back up with y'all in a minute.
All
So
right.
I want to say this why I said before 7 comes back, or why you getting this stuff together, should I say? Shout out to Cam Thomas. They keep doing my guy dirty. They still trying to do him dirty right now. They still trying to do him dirty. I've been like I said, I've been locked in watching. I got 2 screens up. I'm watching 2 games at one time. I've been on that for the past almost 2 weeks now for this basket, for about a week and a half, should I say? And it's crazy how Jacques Vaughn is doing Cam Thomas, and he's still averaging 28 points a game.
I could understand it last year when he had those 40-point games back to back to back. Wasn't 3 in a row?
3 in a row.
and then he all of a sudden just disappeared. I know the trade that went through not too long after that, with Bridges and everything, but I felt like he should have found a way to merge him in that lineup, especially when, they were in the thick of the playoffs, but still, it's kind of like house money. They weren't expected to win a championship, really. Let them play.
This dude, and the thing that's crazy is they saying they got reporters from 2 years ago saying when he was a rookie that he was in there like Kyrie and Harden them. He was giving them buckets in practice, like he was working them. I don't understand. He's natural. He's a professional scorer for real. He's a professional scorer.
Now, I heard he had a pretty good defensive game the last game. He got to step up on defense. He do have to. You can't just play all and play no defense. You got to play some defense.
I think with him, that's gonna come, but he has to play though. He like he's been starting the last few games, but he's only starting because of the two players that's out, the big man, and then they got the shooter that they just paid. That's the only reason why he's playing. When they come back, he might not even be seeing that much time then. And this is how horrible their whole system is. Like, I want to see him go to like the Charlotte Hornets or
put him in Orlando or something.
Orlando. Orlando's perfect.
Yeah.
Or switch up, because Jordan Poole ain't doing it right now. He ain't who we thought he was. But switch up. Let him play that role of where Jordan Poole is.
In Washington.
Bro, yeah, let him go to Washington. Switch roles with Jordan Poole. Watch what he do. He hits switch roles too. He just has about
the wheels turn. Think about all the players that probably been great don't get the chance to get in like that, because Gilbert Arenas talked about it on the show. It is about the contracts and the money. They in practice, they see guys, you just said it, they torching your number one guy in practice. They never get a shine in the game because your number one guy's getting $100 million, $200 million contract.
Bro,
this guy's getting $2 million.
I'm a basketball old head too, right? And it was a guy by the name of Flip Murray.
I remember Flip Murray.
Flip Murray was incredible. And this is back when the Seattle Supersonics was here. He had the backup for Ray Allen. He was Ray Allen's backup. Ray Allen gets hurt. Flip Murray comes in and averages 26 points a game, 8 assists for like a 10-game stretch. Right. As soon as Ray Allen comes back, he comes off the bench, and instead of getting that 30 to 35 minutes, it goes down to 18, 15 minutes a game. And this is what happens to so many NBA players. And I agree. I agree with you and what Gilbert was saying. It's about those contracts of the bigger players.
Yep. And of course, the branding, like Ray Allen was Jesus Shuttlesworth at that point.
Yeah. He was still Jesus. Yeah, he was still Jesus.
It's hard to sit Jesus down, it's crazy how much talent probably sitting on benches. Gilbert Arenas himself, he was on the bench. That's how he got his opportunity. He went out there and shined, and it worked out for him. But for a lot of players that it doesn't work out for, not to mention the people that get in trouble.
Do you remember Lynn Sanity?
Oh yeah, Lynn. Yeah.
He came with that average. He came with that mug for a good 2 weeks. For a good 2 weeks, he averaged 25. I think he averaged like 9 assists, 7 rebounds. It was killing the offense evolved around.
I love the Knicks too.
Yeah, the offense evolved around. The Knicks were winning. You feel me? I think they only lost like 1 game during that stretch. They're like 7-1 or some ridiculous. Carmelo come back.
Now, it's rumored that Carmelo didn't want him to get that shine, which I think was wrong. He needed some help, so why not get it? But he went crazy. That was a nice. They made a documentary about it,
bro. That's because no, bro. I seen him with Kobe. I'm a Kobe guy. So when they went down there, and I've seen him giving Kobe work, and then they were setting screens for him, calling the Knicks were calling offensive plays for him and everything. He was getting off. I was like, yo, this Asian dude can hoop. He can ball.
Hoop. Shout out to Lynn Sanity, NBA champion with the Raptors.
He was on that squad, wasn't he?
Yep, he was on that squad. Yep.
I
don't know if Seven is back up. Let me know if you ready to come back on in. All right, I got you.
Yeah. He said, let me go ahead and get my mic real quick, man.
Yeah, man. Shit.
Yeah. But it's 7. You there yet? Or you?
Yeah, I'm in the building.
We I know Hank is about to transition to what he was talking about, but I wanted to say we just got through talking about how they were doing, how Cam Thomas has been playing his ass off. And
Brooklyn?
yeah, for Brooklyn. And they really are still trying to do him dirty in the fourth quarter, sit him down, bring him back with 2 minutes left, give him guard. They've been doing him dirty, and he's still putting buckets up. He's still putting buckets up.
He's talented,
need
man.
Rasheed
He's
White.
talented. I think he's gonna
Rasheed
get
White for
somewhere.
this one.
You said what's up?
I said we need Rasheed White for this conversation. He's the Brooklyn Nets fanatic.
Shout out. On our next episode, we gonna maybe make a Cam Thomas segment. He come on in. We can break all the facts down.
No, if I got to bring up Ben Simmons with him.
Okay.
That's what grind his gears when I talk about Ben.
He
Simmons.
don't like Ben, or he like
love
Ben?
Ben. He think
Okay.
Ben is so great. God have mercy.
I actually watching Ben this year. Ben has looked good this year.
Yeah, he's done better.
Yeah, he's looking energetic. He's playing great defense again. He's rebounding. He's just doing little silly ass fouls. That's it, because he's reaching too much. But outside of that, facilitating and all of that, he's been doing very, very well. I rock.
He hit a Dirk Nowitzki shot in the game in the regular season game.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
That pull up?
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
it was a Jordan. The Jordan shot.
Bro, it was a fadeaway.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this?
I was like, he looking confident, like he looking regular. He not looking nervous and timid and all that. He looking regular. It's the first month of the season. Like I said, they gotta get to this month to get everything together. But he looking good right now.
Montrez just came out on Gilbert's show and said that they don't play defense on him because they don't feel like he's gonna be a threat. If he put his head down and do the LeBron and Zion, and he hit him with a couple of shots like that per game, they're gonna put some respect on that name. They're gonna have to.
He wasn't an all-star. Why was he an all-star that year? Was because that's exactly what he was doing. He was putting his head down, getting to that basket. Getting to that basket. He just can't hit free throws to save his life. But
I don't get it, man. I don't get why guys don't be working on the free throws, man. Get it up to 75% at least.
They need to shoot him one hand like old boy from Sohan or Soshan or one.
Yeah. So yeah,
he shoot it with one hand.
What is that?
Exactly. And coach told him, he was like, "Yo, like, nah, I need you to shoot him with one hand because you hit him with one hand."
Hey, whatever works. You need to go back to the old Rick Barry between your leg and up.
Bro,
and do that.
Coach Popovich is the GOAT. He told Coach Pop was like, "Yeah, shoot it with one hand." Look at seven. He plotting on. He got his LeBron notes. Up, right?
Bro, I got a shit. Listen, we play Miami Monday night, I think. So Sunday's show, I'm all about LeBron versus Pat Riley. So you talk about notes. I done started some shit already. I can't wait till Sunday. I'm telling you.
I don't like how Pat Riley, you get mad at LeBron for leaving. Say little slick stuff to the public.
A lot of slick stuff.
A lot of slick stuff about LeBron. But then when LeBron free agency came up after that, right? After that, before he went to the Lakers, before he went to the Lakers, you're like, oh, yeah, he can come. Hey, we love him here. Oh, yeah. Man, he can always come back. You think he going to come back to you now after you just said that slick stuff? Get out of here.
But see, he saw that LeBron came back to Dan Gilbert in Cleveland and thought he had a chance.
It was a different situation because that's home. He going home. Any one of us would love to go home if we had a chance to.
Yeah. So, plus, he was promised a lot of things off of the court, as far as business-wise, that got him there. Just like when he went to LA, that stuff that he couldn't get from Pat Riley.
Yeah. That sevens out. Like I was saying, I was going to ask you about the in-season tournament. What you think? I'm gonna pop the graph back up for you.
You know, I'm confused about this whole thing. I understand it, but I don't understand it. I don't really get the relevance of it and the importance of it outside of money. And I do like the basketball courts, the different courts that we get to see. So I don't know, but to me, it's just regular. It's the same game. Like it's nothing special. I don't know what they actually implementing the format for, but you know, whatever. And I'm a little bit upset they doing it so soon. Like we just starting the season off, so I'm not really a huge fan of it. But you know, we'll see how it play out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I felt the same way. I feel like, man, we just was it 5 games in, maybe 4 or 5
for the
games
most
in.
part. For the most
Yeah, I
part,
thought I had a feeling like this is going to be later in the season. I was like, wow, man, the in-season tournament is today. Like, wow, but do like the interest that it can bring to the league as far as just something different, something new, and they also gonna be paying out cash and money. Maybe that'll give guys incentive to take it a little bit serious. Don't know. BA was saying he don't think so. They make too much money anyway.
but why the hell are you worried about people taking this game serious now? That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell? Who complains or is concerned about players taking the game serious within the first 10, 20 games of the season? So to
Yeah.
me, it's all cap. I just think it's just another plot to get money, a revenue somewhere. I don't know exactly how, but it doesn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't. It to me, I don't like it. I'm not gonna front. I don't like this, especially 5 games into the season. 5 games into the season. Oh, we're gonna halt the NBA. As a matter of fact, we're gonna implement this, and then you're gonna play. You go get back to regular season, and then we're gonna do it again, and then we're gonna have the whole championship in December. What?
A mid-season tournament, you got All-Star weekend, you got the play-in tournament, you got the playoffs, then you got the finals.
It's a lot,
That's a lot, bro.
but it gives you more. And for us, for content creators, it's going to be a lot to talk about. See what happens.
Yeah. I don't understand it. But I go back to what Hank was saying earlier. It's the NFL season, and I think that they're trying to figure out a way to compete with the NFL as far as certain type of numbers, etc. So you can't compete with the NFL. Sorry, not now.
How much do you think the NFL has grown since the whole Colin Kaepernick fall off?
I don't know if it's grown, but it stayed consistent at least. Pretty somewhat consistent.
I low key think that it grows every year, bro. It grows every year.
Because
They
I
lost
don't watch
a little bit of viewership.
I really don't watch it no more.
It grows every year, bro. It grows every year. It's more and more new fans, people that didn't even care about football from all facts of life. Like it's grown so much now. They got their own particular stadium in Europe now. They got their own particular stadium in Mexico now. Like it's crazy right now, man.
They're trying to grow. They're not bigger than soccer, but they're trying to grow.
Yeah. That's who, as the NBA tries to compete with them, anytime soon to me. I don't think they ever compete with the NFL. The NFL is trying to
Worldwide,
compete
though. Worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide, but globally, that's what the NBA is trying. I mean, the NFL is trying to compete with soccer.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Are y'all trying to tell me that the NFL is more popular than the NBA?
Yeah,
In America.
By far in this country, by far, bro.
But I think worldwide though, I think the NBA probably got to jump on.
Wait a minute.
By far.
Wait a minute. You saying are we only talking about from a fan perspective? Because it can't be by far when we talk about numbers.
Yeah, by numbers and everything.
No way.
Yeah, look.
NBA players alone get paid way more money than NFL players.
Yeah,
alone.
that's because the NFL, that's because the owners are the ones that get most of the money. They're the ones
they got more of a lock on the contracts than
the
NBA.
I don't care about all that. The players themselves they got bigger they get paid more money than the NFL players.
Yeah, but it's still not a bigger sport than the NFL.
Well, to be honest with you, MLB getting paid more than all of them. It's just
wait a minute.
I'm not even done.
I'm looking at it from that part. The players get paid more. Then the NBA has way more of a global brand than the NFL do. What global
believe that.
brand does the NFL have?
I'm not even talking about globally. I'm talking about in the United
In
States.
America.
In the United States. I'm confused.
No, they got a
They
bigger
they
hold
play
in
the
America.
NBA play more games, so they televise more, and there's more money being in. How is
So
the NFL better than or bigger than the NBA? I'm confused.
so the NFL, right? Is they said that has since 2019 has made $16 billion, right?
Mhm.
The NBA combined with NHL has made $11.9 billion,
Since 2019.
and that's combined with the NHL, which is the same. You know, the NHL and NBA, they have like the same type of schedule, year round schedule, should I say?
But what is it? I'm confused on what it is though.
Is
the
the sport has been around? The sport has been around longer. On top of that, I just feel like they get bigger. They get bigger TV deal. Like they get it's everything is just bigger. The stadiums are bigger.
Look at this too. Like the Super Bowl.
so
got
how are the players not? That's the biggest thing to me, Hank. NBA. How are the NFL players not paid NBA contracts? And it doesn't make sense
because
to
the
me.
owners they got the lock on the league. They got they the slave owners. I hate to say it like that on the league where the NBA got is more of a partnership than the NFL.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, look at this. The NFL 115 million views for Super Bowl. The NBA Finals only gets 11 million viewers. So 7-game series is what?
So you're telling me that the NFL owners are more richer than the NBA owners?
They got more grip.
Yeah.
They got more of a grip on the game.
And
But
low key, it's a few owners that own both.
But I'm confused on how can the NFL owners be richer than the NBA owners, but the NBA owners can afford to pay NBA players higher contracts than the NFL owners can pay the NFL players.
Because a lot of the NFL owners, the good old boys, good old boys still run them. They still run the good old boys. In the NBA, we know for the past 20, 30 years, the last 20, 30 years, a bunch of teams been bought and traded, like all of that, right? NFL is not very many, bro.
Yeah,
they stay with one family.
Yeah,
they've been making sure they're not gonna pay these guys. They ain't gonna let an
yeah.
Anthony Davis situation happen or a James Harden situation there. That ain't gonna happen.
And a lot of times with the NBA, it's always a lot of partners when we talk about ownerships. Like they be having to come together like 3, 4, 5, 6 parties to own a team. So,
bro, and then like this is how it is with the NFL. A lot of the owners, like usually in the NBA, we have majority owners, right? Where it's usually 51 to 55% is what they own of the team. The rest goes into stock options and all these other minority owners. In the NFL, it's not that 51, 52. Most teams, most of the owners are like 70. You feel
80,
me?
20, yeah, like Jerry Jones, like 80, 90.
That's like this is the big percentage that the owner owns. Then the rest goes to the shares of everybody else with the last 20% or so, 25%. That's a big difference.
So to me, I mean, I don't know. It sounds stupid, but to me, it
they
just sounds like you're a fool if you play in the NFL. If I know my owners got enough money to pay me more than NBA players and they don't, what the hell am I going out there playing football for?
Hey, man. Hey.
The best sport to play is still baseball if you want to get paid. They get paid.
Sport too, yeah. They get paid.
They get paid over there.
And hockey, they getting paid in hockey too. A lot of money in hockey too.
And they salary cap is unlimited. So the NBA players, what they get, they making 60 million. If they wanted to play a baseball player 100 million a year, they could. No salary cap.
They almost came close with what you call it with A-Rod. A-Rod almost broke the bank. They had to tell him to chill. We'll give you $50 million a year. We'll give you $50 million. Why was he getting $50 million back in 2000
That's crazy.
1999. You feel me?
crazy.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. But hey, he I think A-Rod owns the Timberwolves. He's a minority owner for the Timberwolves.
Okay. I know his partner Jeter, he owns something too. He's part owner of one of them teams now.
Shit, look, LeBron owns he's a
Soccer.
minority owner over a soccer team. Yeah. Kobe, before he passed away, he owned a soccer well, his wife probably still run that, but he owned a big soccer team over there too. So it's happening, but in NFL they don't play that. It's very few new owners, and if you minority, if you this shade, you gotta pay a little lighter. You feel me?
Shout out to Magic Johnson though, getting into that ownership group over there in Washington. You know, he's
but you
one of
see
the
what
only
happened with
ones.
him. You see what happened to him, right?
What?
So he's minority.
Yeah.
He had the funds and everything to be the majority owner of that. Because they put out the regular owner and all of that, because so somebody else ended up becoming a full owner of that team.
Oh, okay. They didn't want to give it to
And
him.
he ended up getting because they have a thing with the NFL where they all sit down, all the owners sit down, and they you have to be voted in to be a majority owner. And to me, that's bullshit. Like if I want to sell this team to this person and y'all say, nah, he can't, I can't sell it. He can't be this, he can't be that. And to me, that's BS. But
I think the NBA got something like that too, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe. They can vote you out. I know that they can vote you out in the NBA. So they did the Clippers. Yeah, they did it to Sterling.
They did to too from the Suns.
Oh, you're right. And that's recent, but that's swept under the rug because he walked away. They walked away with some nice money.
Yeah, my guy from Michigan State got him, billionaire.
That's a fact. But yeah, 7. To get back to what you were saying, the NFL in the USA is they just make, I don't know how, like I can't give you a blatant reason why, but they just make so much more money. Like you got to combine sports. Like they make more money than all the other 3 major sports here.
That just is insane to me. You only play once a week.
A lot of these stadiums,
crazy.
A lot of these stadiums though too with these numbers that they
got they pack 70,000-80,000 people. You know,
yeah, bro. In Dallas, it's 100 and some thousand people.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. An NBA stadium, what 20,000, 25,000? That's 3-4 times more. Like that means I don't have to play the whole week. I can only
how many games you think you getting in the NFL Sunday? How many regular season games you think you're getting? Like 16?
17. 7. They added an extra game.
So every week is 17 games.
Are you talking about each week? Each week?
Yeah. Like how many games you think we get in the NFL each week? Probably about what? 14? Because you got 2 teams that do a bye.
It's probably about. Damn, that's a great question, bro. About 12 games.
I'm gonna say 14.
14, yeah.
And what's the average of attendance in a NFL arena stadium? 70?
Probably
70, 80, something like that.
So that's 980,000 per week. Now the NBA probably have 16 games.
You talking about attendance?
Huh?
You talking about attendance money?
So
I'm talking about attendance period.
So it's about 70. It's about 70,000. But during the game, regular season was about, they said 69,389 actually.
So about 70,000 multiply that. That's 980,000. Now in the NBA, you have about, I would say, 8 games a night.
Yeah.
times, I say 5 nights, that's 40. So 40 times 20,000.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
it.
it's almost a $200,000 difference.
Yeah. It's
Not
and
to
this,
mention the
Damn.
advertising money. Advertising money is probably huge.
bro, this is and they be the NFL, bro. It's like everybody in the not everybody, but like freaking 90% of the damn stadium be having the jerseys on or whatever team. Bro.
Mhm.
Yo, that's extra bread right there. And then they get money. That's all I can say is they get money. I don't know why it's so popular.
That's crazy, bro. Like you don't even see no NFL billionaires. You got LeBron, an active playing billionaire. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson just became a billionaire.
Yep.
You don't see no billionaires coming out the NFL.
Not to mention former players like Vinnie Johnson, and I forgot the other guy was a role player. He's like almost a billionaire too. He bought a chain of different restaurants and stuff, and he's almost a billionaire. He was a role player in the 80s.
Yeah, and you got what you call it is about to be making hundreds of millions of dollars too. Andre Iguodala. So with this new investment, what they're talking about, how that has been doing that, and they trying to connect the NBA players to come into that to make you go even higher. So
He always looked like the type that was going to be good after his career was over. Like, you could tell he was good.
Yeah, he's horrible at doing this. He's horrible at media. I don't.
Oh my God! Thank you, bro.
Horrible. His
Thank
takes
you.
and everything.
This is not for him.
Horrible.
This is not for him.
So go get your tech money. Go get your tech money.
But he like the dry snitch. He leak a lot of info though. When it comes to like people interviewing him, he talk.
But
Hey, he said he the reason why he got over to Golden State. George Karl said he was a snitch because he was telling the Golden State Warriors that they was bullying Steph.
Yeah, and
because he was on that Nuggets team and they was physically hurting Steph. The old school basketball, running through him and stuff. He told him, look out, and that's how he got over to Golden State.
And then how he got back to Golden State too with them Grizzlies. That's why the Grizzlies wasn't too fond of him either.
Did y'all speak on them tonight?
The Grizzlies?
Yeah. Man.
Yo.
What did he do with the Grizzlies?
Huh?
What did he do to the Grizzlies?
I'm talking about the Grizzlies this season, period.
Oh, they bad.
Seven, what do you do when you what do you be doing on camera when you don't like it? You be like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a name. Ja Morant messed them up. Ja Morant messed them up. He messed up,
bro.
They're not making the playoffs now. I don't think so. I think it's done.
They can't even win a game.
They haven't won a game yet.
No, they on 5.
I haven't been watching them, but I've been seeing like the highlights and replays.
They are 0-5, bro.
Bro, got Marcus Smart over there. I seen him in some highlights, looking like he trying to be a scorer now. I'm like, boy, sit down. Then they got Derrick Rose over there trying to take over the game in the fourth quarters. No,
Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, they looking tough, and they got rid of Dylan Brooks, so it made Dylan Brooks look better. Went over to Houston.
Yeah. Big boy Steven Adams is out of there for the whole season, bro, and they need him.
Dwight Howard might be down.
Dallas is 4-0.
Oh man, Luka right now is looking like the MVP.
I don't know if they're gonna sustain that, man. Are they undefeated almost now? They got one loss or whatever.
Now then the Western Conference, hell no, they're not gonna sustain it. But right now, if like out of him and Jokic, he looking better than Jokic right now. He looking like the best player in the NBA right now.
Yeah, Luka's legit. It's just getting the right teams around him so they can actually make a run.
So, Luka, he reminds me of James Harden in a way. And I say the reason why I say that is because he runs out of gas. Luka be running out of gas when as soon as you get into them playoffs, get to that second round, he run out of gas, bro. But he has to do so much. And Kyrie, I've been watching him too. I don't know if y'all been watching Kyrie. Kyrie, he ain't played the last couple of games, but Kyrie, the first couple games, I don't know what the hell Kyrie be doing. Kyrie don't care. He just trying to get his check. I don't know what he doing, bro. Kyrie,
him up.
yeah. bro. He just on the court.
Yeah, I don't think he really happy at
He
Dallas.
doing his little. He doing his little moves. He getting older. Like he not looking quick. There. He not looking that quick no more.
Yeah.
By the way, too.
He's had his
So-
injuries too. He had his injuries. The injuries take a toll on you, man. All right, fellas. I ain't got too much more. I'm about to get out here and watch some of these games and get some grub with the fam.
Play
Man,
in
I
tournament
appreciate you
time,
guys
baby.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys joining the show.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Appreciate
You
you,
already
bro.
know how we rock,
Appreciate
man.
you, bro. 100%.
So we'll be linking up pretty soon, I'm sure.
No doubt, man. I'm doing a I know I'm locked in tomorrow. I think 12 o'clock. I'm doing a live stream.
Yeah.
So you guys want to join me? If you guys
Okay.
are free tomorrow afternoon, I got JJ Peters from Sports to the Wire
Okay.
joining me. So should have an interesting conversation tomorrow. And then of course, Lakerland, we got the 2-hour show on Sunday. Gonna turn it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up on Sunday. Right.
Oh yeah, we're
before,
gonna be on some bullshit
Right
Sunday, man. I'm telling you.
right before my Cowboys play them Eagles. Cowboys play them Eagles before that. I mean, right after that. So I'm gonna pull up. Definitely.
That's a bet. All right, now appreciate you, Hank.
No problem. You got any final thoughts or plugs or anything else? BA or
I am going to need. I'm going to need the NBA to figure out this tournament thing, man. I don't know what the hell y'all got going on. I have no idea what the hell y'all got going on. But y'all gonna have to get y'all bars up. I don't know how y'all gonna do this and put this and say that the stats count this time, but then in the stats don't count. I don't know. Everybody confused. Get your bars up, man.
I can't wait, bro, for them to help me figure this out. But salute to the NBA community, man. It's a wrap.
all right, guys.
All right, fam. Peace, fellas.
Peace.